Hello and good morning. Welcome to the meditation live stream. This is Scott. Hope you're doing well. I'm in pretty good space myself. Here on my channel we're working with meditation, but kind of like in a Mindfulness 2.0. And there are plenty of people working on this practice, and we're all having our different sort of and similar overlapping sort of approaches to the new mindfulness. And one of the things you might discover, as I did in your, if you're finding this kind of thing out for yourself over the years, is that the spirituality that we need today needs a new kind of like a practice upgrade, kind of like to upgrade our practice and to get it more in alignment with today's world. There are things that perhaps because of the way that they worked in the past, we tend to cling on to and try to emulate and repeat, and because they worked. And that being said, there's plenty of good about the past in terms of how practice operates, in terms of how we practice meditation. The results, so to speak for themselves, and people who have, thousands of people have experienced benefit from meditation. But I think that we live in an interesting time where, with the changing of the global order and how energy and information will be distributed in the next coming years. Because right now we are at the kind of crossroad between AI and sort of old theological ideas from the past, and what that might look like for our future. And I've been kind of plugged into learning for the past few weeks since I've finished my previous book on the awakening of the we space, the work by a group that worked on the we space, the kind of space between people, and the field effect of awakening, not just as an individual, but in a collective, coming from a collective awakening place. And that work interested me many, many years ago. I would say starting back in 2007, but really in 2011 was really when it came into being for me. And a friend of mine who has passed away, we had worked on that for quite some time. It was something called New Mode of Discourse. And it had been very controversial in the online community that I had been a part of for some reason. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm kind of in a studying mode, and I've been learning a lot about the nature of evil, and what evil is, if evil exists, what evil looks like, sort of personality disorders, and how those interrelate and integrate with something that you see in the political landscape and so on. But I haven't quite come to a good synthesis of that information yet. But right now, I think the integral approach is a very good approach, because it takes it acknowledges both an interior and an exterior reality. So, and it maps out interior and exterior reality in a great way. And that, of course, is by the great Ken Wilber. and his work. And the concept of a pendulum has been on my mind, but anyway, I'll have to gather a little bit more of my mind together around how I want to communicate that here. But suffice to say, when you have kind of up-leveled or up-regulated your capacity using the practices here on my channel, you get a kind of sense of reality with a capital R, and you're motivated, like I am, I imagine, to experience the truth of the world. And from that truth, we need a kind of ecology around, or a kind of a grouping of practices together that help us really navigate that kind of thing. So, that being said, let's practice together. We'll start now with our eyes closed. And we'll begin with some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Really letting go on the out breath. Just kind of naturally dropping tension and resistance. Dropping everything like a dog dropping a ball from its mouth. Allowing your breath to reach all the way down into your pelvic floor, legs and feet, sort of feeling somatically your body in those places when you breathe. Very good. We'll do 3 more. Great. And allowing your breath now to return to your usual way of breathing. You can gently place your attention on your physical sensations of your body. You can notice the subtle movement, body's temperature, tingling and pulsing, a sense of aliveness and presence. And we can begin together the process of feeling and softening. So feeling your body's contact with the earth, almost kind of like plugging in to the earth. We can begin on the in-breath, feeling our body. Then on the out-breath, softening and melting down through your body and into the earth. And the breath wave is kind of like this warm, healing honey that melts down through your body, cleansing, healing, purifying, making whole, as it travels down through your body and into the earth, where the earth receives that energy and recycles and transforms it. Very good. Then bringing your attention up now into your heart, feeling your heart space, the center of your chest. You can imagine as though you're breathing directly in and out of your heart. And so on the in-breath, feeling your heart. And then on the out-breath, softening and expanding your heart. Very good. Then coming in contact with your emotions, you can notice what's present for you emotionally. And without trying to fix or change or get rid of your emotions, just noticing what it is that you're feeling and allowing yourself to feel together in the shared space. You could be feeling any of the 5 main cardinal emotions, sort of like points on a compass, giving your life direction. You could be feeling anger, sadness, fear, joy, or shame. Or you could also be feeling numb, which is another valid emotional experience. attention up into your head, feeling your head on the in-breath, and then softening in and around your skull on the out-breath. You can, if you like, as I often say, you can breathe into your third eye space between your eyebrows, or your crown, the top of your head, whichever feels correct for you, and feeling and softening in and around your head. Coming in contact with your thoughts, you can notice how busy or active your mind is. And without trying to control your thoughts or fix them or push them away or get rid of them, just allowing them to come and go. And if you like, you can always come back or return to feeling as a remedy to overthinking. So if you notice you get pulled into a thought, you can come back to sensing, feeling your body's connection to the earth for grounding and anchoring. Very good. And then from here, we can practice with our eyes open, gently opening your eyes, keeping your eyes soft. And we'll take a moment together to appreciate the work we did with our eyes closed. And we'll practice now in the shared space of relationship of outside and inside. And we'll practice noticing these different domains. So feeling on the in-breath, feeling around you, outside you. And then on the out-breath, feeling inside you. And just practice noticing the distinction, feeling outside on the in-breath, and then inside on the out. Good. And from here, if you like, you can add in qualities to your practice. Qualities of love, compassion, gratitude, forgiveness. And on the in-breath, you can practice sending the feeling state of love, compassion, gratitude, forgiveness around you on the in-breath. And then on an out-breath, feeling love, compassion, gratitude, forgiveness towards yourself. And just practice sending and then receiving love, compassion, gratitude, and forgiveness. And from here we can set our prayers and our intentions for the day. I'll be quiet and you can do yours first. May this work that we do transform our life, offering up healing and blessings, and ripple out into the community, transforming our culture and our systems. Amen. Yes, all right. Thank you so much for joining me. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.